stand in our way, and our golden age has just begun.
This is Human Events with Jack Posobiec.
Now it's time for everyone to understand what America First truly means.
Welcome to the Second American Revolution.
Jack Posobiec, we're back live here, Human Events Daily, Real America's Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some big news. Blackout Coffee is back. Now, for years, you know that Blackout Coffee has been my coffee of choice. And I know so many of you you're sitting there saying, I don't want to miss a single day of my Blackout Coffee. Well, I'll tell you something. Blackout Coffee isn't just coffee. It's like America in a cup. Now, Blackout Coffee was founded on Christian values, rooted in family, and built on the belief that hardworking Americans deserve better than the corporate swill that's out there. Blackout Coffee is a family business that roasts every single batch right here in the USA. Now, two roasts that you've absolutely got to try. You're going to love these. Morning Reaper. This is a smooth medium roast, and it starts off your day without that bitterness, that kind of really nasty kind of like aftertaste flavor, and that's for your dark roast lovers. The other one, Brutal Awakening. I got to say, I'm a Brutal Awakening guy. This is a bold, rich roast with deep flavor that'll keep you sharp and alert. It's perfect for serving friends and family around Christmas, around the holidays, because let's face it, the best gatherings start with the best coffee. So here's the deal. Go to blackoutcoffee.com/POSO and use promo code POSO for 20% off your first order. That's blackoutcoffee.com/POSO. Support a company that shares your values, supports American jobs, and fuels your freedom, one cup at a time. blackoutcoffee.com/POSO. Now, folks, we've been talking about the insanity that Netflix has been under, this huge boycott of cancel Netflix, all the rest of it. And we're now in a point where the creator of this show on Netflix, who's been celebrating the death of my friend Charlie Kirk, calling him a random Nazi, cheering about it, attacking people for expressing sorrow for Charlie's murder. He's got a show up on Netflix targeted at kids, pushing transgenderism, teaching kids that it's okay to be trans. And I said, you know something? This is exactly what we started working and partnering with Brave Books 4 years ago, back in 2021, to start fighting against. And believe it or not, Brave Books even has now a streaming service. So I want to bring on another of my great Brave Books partners. It's Kevin Sorbo joins us. Kevin, how are you, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. I told you earlier, this is the first time I'm doing one of these podcasts in a car. I'm in Chicago shooting a movie. We're just going to the next location. But I love that you brought in Brave Books. I've been with them about 4 years, just like you have. In fact, I just did 5 more commercials for them recently. They should be coming up pretty soon. And then they hit me up just recently as well to do one from my hotel room. And I think it's out there right now. So it is attacking the craziness of what Netflix is doing. But, you know, I posted on X, about 6 months ago, maybe it's even longer than that. And I like to rile them up because it's so easy to rile up the left. And I said, I didn't get blacklisted from Hollywood. I left Hollywood because it's nothing but pedos there. And part of it was just a joke to see what's going on with all this pedophile talk of, big name actors and people behind the camera. Well, I think there's some truth to that as well. And this is the craziness of, the society that we're living in right now, which is really unfortunate.
No, it is. And Kevin, look, when you tie that back, like I'm sitting here in the Charlie Kirk studio. I'm in Phoenix. I've been here since he was murdered. Charlie's chair is empty. It's right next to me here. And this is the creator of the show on Netflix was celebrating it. And you'd think if this were on the other side, and you've been in Hollywood, you've been around there, you can't celebrate this stuff. If someone had been celebrating over George Floyd or something like that, they'd be run out of town. But for some reason, Netflix is totally fine to support a guy who celebrates the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Well, this hypocrisy, it's been going on forever. We see it all the time. If you, like you said, if you flip the color of a person, that's enough to make them go crazy the other way around. But if it serves their insanity and their ideology, then they cheer it. And the stuff I saw, what people were saying, Omar, the things she was saying about Charlie, I keep telling they love their labels like Nazi, whatever it may be. You're anti this, you're trans this, all that kind of stuff. Show me the example where he was a Nazi. That's what cracks me up. I mean, the people that, like Antifa says they're anti-fascist, they're the ones who are the fascists. So to me, it's like everything is just flipped. It's all, they know what they're guilty of, but they project it back on you and I when they're the ones who are guilty of what they're blaming us for. It's just, I don't know when it's going to end. I mean, the wokeness is, you think there's a tipping point going on here. I certainly did with Trump's reelection, and I hope it just keeps on going. I love the fact that this guy's not afraid. There's no fear within this man. But for them to sit there and cheer Charlie Kirk's death, it just shows you how sick and twisted these people truly are. They love murder. They love death. The Liberal Party has changed so drastically since from decades ago. They've turned into this. We know what they are. I mean, they're not. It's not liberalism anymore. This is socialism leaning into Marxism, and that's the world they love to live in, apparently. But we got to shape up what's happening in this country. To me, I still want to ship off people. You know, I would love to give them a one-way ticket on our tax dollars to go to North Korea, Venezuela, Russia, anywhere in the Middle East other than Israel, and then their utopia is already waiting for them because it's taken a long time to flip this country into what they actually want. Those countries already have what they want, so why don't they go to those countries if they hate America so much?
Yeah, communist China is right there. I'm sure they'd be more than welcome to go and be there. And Kevin, let me ask you though, did it surprise you when you saw so many people out there, and I'm sure many of them are Netflix subscribers, that were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk?
That didn't actually surprise me. It made me sick, and it's pretty pathetic. But these people, if we did a documentary on who these people are, I can almost guarantee you they come from broken homes. They're probably raised with only by mothers, no father in the house. There's no moral value in them because they didn't go to church in any way. They have no belief in a God. They have no belief in goodness. They have no belief in any sort of morality. So it doesn't surprise me completely, but it certainly saddens me that this is where we are. But, we're going to keep fighting the good fight. I mean, you look at when Trump got elected the first time around, what did a lot of Hollywood actors do? I mean, what's her name paraded around with a beheading Donald Trump, and it's so weird.
Kathy
It's
Griffin.
just, yeah, exactly. It was Griffin. So I don't know. These people are incredibly evil, incredibly sad, and they hate who they are. I guarantee you, they look in the mirror and do not like what they see.
Well, I agree with you. It begins with that self-resentment and the self-loathing.
Yeah.
So when you've got stuff like this, we could sit here and we can complain about it, but what I love about what you've done, what the people at Brave Plus are doing, they're fighting back and have created this incredible service for parents or grandparents to get the book series Brave Books, but also the streaming service Brave Plus. Tell us about what they're doing.
They put books out that have positive messages. They kind of gear towards the 4 to 11-year-olds. That is the complete opposite of what our public schools want to do when they want to show 5 and 6-year-olds how two boys can give blowjobs to each other. I mean, it's really weird that we're in this place with that. They do the opposite. They have just good stories. Good morally based stories. You don't have to be a believer in God to read these books and realize these are good messages coming out there. I've done 2 books with them, hoping to work on a 3rd book with them pretty soon as well. But they just do very good books with solid messages. One of my books is called The Bare Essentials of Fatherhood. And it just shows really the importance of having a father in the family as well as a mother. And you get attacked for that. I've been to a couple events where I read at public libraries. And Charlie Kirk, Kirk's on my mind. Kirk Cameron, he's kind of the cheerleader for these guys more than anybody else. He does the bulk of it. But I'm honored to be part of their team. I'm honored to do and sort of through social media spread out the word of what they're doing. And I'm going to keep doing it because they do a positive thing without all the negativity that is rolling around out there. And they've got wonderful books to choose from, wonderful books that great animation, great storytelling. It's quite simple that your kids should be reading these kind of books, not the ones the public schools want to force down our throats.
And what I love too with the Brave Plus service, you can check that out at bravebooks.com or bravebooks.us. They've got not only the Brave books, and they've got Kirk Cameron's new kids show, Iggy and Mr. Kirk. But then what they've done is, and they've got new programming like Chef Gruel, American Gravy. But you can go and find old classic shows, Bob the Builder, Adventures of Paddington, movies like Where the Red Fern Grows, Redwall, great series, Inspector Gadget, Franklin, Babar, just classic good shows that they've been able to get access to, that you can put this on. And, you know, look, we get it. You know, you've got kids, you've got, you know, mom's got stuff to do, dad's got stuff to do. You want to reward them with a little screen time. Why not show them Adventures of Madeline? I'm looking at it right now. Why not show them some of these great animated classics that go right in line with Brave books and don't have any of the woke nonsense?
You know what? Black kids, ever since, you know, they were old enough to really start watching any kind of TV with us, the TV shows we watched were like Mayberry, you know, Dream of Jeannie, Father Knows Best. And we show Dick Van Dyke. I mean, that show is still hilarious to this day. But it's not the stuff
Kevin,
that
I got to tell you, my 7-year-old right now is in love with Dick Van Dyke. He thinks he's the greatest actor, you know, present company excluded. But outside of you, he thinks Dick Van Dyke is the greatest, and he's really can't wait for, I guess in December, Dick Van Dyke, and I believe he'll make it. He's going to turn 100 years old. My son loves him.
Yep, he's great. That show is very funny with the young Mary Tyler Moore before her career. I mean, that kind of launched her career before the Mary Tyler Moore show. So these are the shows I'm watching with my kids. Gilligan's Island, shows that were just fun. Shows that just, you know, there was no really message in there that was negative. It was just fun show with funny, goofy humor. Andy Griffith, you know, My Three Sons. There's a lot of good messages in these shows in a positive way. And for the left, for whatever reason, wants to attack that. I mean, we've gotten more angry, more mean, more sexualized, a lot more violent within the movies that are coming out there.
That's what they want. That's what they're pushing.
Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo, please go drop him a follow. He's a great patriot. He's a great actor. He's a great filmmaker. He's putting it all out. Kevin, thank you so much for being with us today and for kind words.
I got a great quick plug. Go to sorbostudios.com. I got 4 movies coming out and 3 new documentaries coming out. A wonderful documentary. It's opening Thanksgiving. It deals with the Last Supper. It's called Eating with the Enemy. I hope you check it out.
Check it out, man. This guy does not stop working. Hardest working man in showbiz. Kevin Sorbo, Sorbo Studios. We'll be right back. Jack Posobiec, Human Events.